Have you ever wondered why, despite walking and stretching every day, your knees still hurt and your legs feel unstable? The problem is not the lack of movement, but the type of exercise you are doing. After the age of 50, the body begins to lose muscle mass at an accelerated rate, a process called sarcopenia, which can reduce your strength by up to 1.5% annually if you do not perform specific exercises. Walking is healthy, yes, but it does not activate the deep muscles nor the joint stabilizers that protect your knees, hips, and spine. That is why more than 60% of older adults experience pain, weakness, and imbalance, despite maintaining an active routine. The key is to replace generic exercise with movements designed for the mature body, isometric and functional exercises that restore strength without damaging the joints. Thus, in this video I will share with you a simple routine, backed by science and tested by thousands of people, that you can do at home without weights or equipment, in just 10 minutes a day. This routine will help you strengthen your legs, regain stability, and free yourself from the fear of falling. Science confirms it is never too late to regain strength, you only need the right stimulus. Exercise 1. March in place. Marching in place under the control and pause modality is much more than a static walk. It is a highly effective neuromotor exercise that has proven to be a fundamental tool for maintaining functional independence in older adults. Unlike walking automatically, this exercise involves a conscious and deliberate execution, which stimulates the central nervous system and significantly improves intermuscular coordination. It consists of raising one knee to hip height, holding that position for 3 to 5 seconds, and then alternating with the other leg. This seemingly simple pattern activates a chain of stabilizing muscles, including those of the hips, the abdominal area, the lower back, and the ankles. These muscle groups not only participate in balance but also intervene directly in efficient walking and in the prevention of trips and falls. Studies in motor rehabilitation published in journals such as Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation Journal have confirmed that dynamic balance exercises like this significantly improve reaction capacity to external stimuli, which is crucial in daily life, especially when walking on uneven surfaces, changing direction, or recovering from a stumble. In addition to activating the postural control system, this exercise is a powerful reprogrammer of proprioception, that is, the body's ability to detect its position and movement in space without the need to look. With age, this ability tends to deteriorate, which increases the risk of falls, one of the main causes of loss of autonomy in people over 65 years old. By holding the leg up for a few seconds, key muscles such as the iliopsoas, which allows lifting the legs when walking, the gluteus medius, vital for maintaining pelvic stability, and the intrinsic muscles of the ankle, which ensure a firm base, are strengthened. These muscle groups are often weakened by sedentary lifestyle or by inefficient walking patterns. The great advantage of this practice is that it requires no equipment, can be performed in small spaces, and only takes a few minutes a day. In addition, it allows for gradual progress. As greater control develops, the duration of the pause can be increased or even eyes can be closed to challenge balance even more. Many physical therapists recommend this exercise as part of fall prevention protocols, since it effectively combines stability in movement, neuromuscular control, and functional strengthening, without imposing load on the joints. It is a simple, accessible, and scientifically supported way to keep yourself strong, steady, and safe at any age. Exercise 2. Wall isometric squat. The wall isometric squat is one of the most effective exercises for older adults who want to strengthen their legs without joint risk. Unlike traditional squats, which involve movement and load on the joints, this variation uses a static muscle contraction that eliminates impact on the knees and hips. It is performed by pressing the entire back against a wall and slowly descending as if sitting in an invisible chair, keeping the thighs parallel to the floor or as far as mobility allows. This posture, held for 20 to 30 seconds, activates 3 fundamental muscle areas: the quadriceps, the glutes, and the core. Studies published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research and other exercise physiology journals have shown that isometric movements like this generate prolonged activation of type I muscle fibers, responsible for endurance and balance. These fibers tend to atrophy with age due to disuse, which increases the risk of falls, functional weakness, and dependence in daily tasks. In addition to improving strength, The wall squat is a powerful movement re-educator. Over the years, many adults develop dysfunctional patterns when standing up or sitting down, such as leaning the torso excessively, pushing with the arms, or placing all the weight on the knees, which in the long term generates discomfort and imbalances. This posture forces the body to maintain proper alignment between the spine, pelvis, and lower limbs, activating the deep stabilizers and recovering the neuromuscular memory necessary to perform these movements safely. It also improves proprioception, that is, the body's ability to locate and move itself in space with precision, considerably reducing the risk of falls, one of the main causes of hospitalization in older adults. And although at first it may seem challenging, especially when the legs tremble, that trembling is not a sign of weakness, but of the muscles waking up. In just a few weeks, many people report notable functional improvements. They manage to stand up without support, walk with more stability, and regain confidence in their movements. The best part is that this exercise can be performed at home, without any equipment, in just a few minutes a day, and without causing stress on the joints. A simple, safe, and scientifically supported tool to rejuvenate your strength from the base, your legs. Exercise 3, Glute Bridge. The glute bridge is much more than a simple hip lift movement. It is an essential therapeutic tool to counteract the effects of sedentary lifestyle and aging on the human body. This exercise primarily strengthens the posterior chain, which includes the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, the lower back, and, to a lesser extent, the erector spinae muscles. These muscle groups are responsible for such basic functions as walking, staying upright, getting up from a chair, or protecting the spine. The execution is simple. Lying on your back, with knees bent and feet firmly on the floor, slowly lift the hips until the body forms a straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, intensely activating the mentioned muscles. This movement pattern not only improves strength but also neuromuscular coordination, which tends to deteriorate with age. By strengthening the glutes, the most powerful muscle in the human body, the load on the lower back, one of the most affected areas in older people due to poor posture and lack of muscle activation, is automatically reduced. From a scientific perspective, the glute bridge is considered a low-impact isometric exercise, ideal for older people who need to strengthen without generating joint wear. Studies published in the Clinical Biomechanics Journal and the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity indicate that strengthening the posterior chain can reduce chronic low back pain by 30 to 40%, improve functional mobility, and decrease the risk of falls by up to 50%, especially in adults over 60 years of age. In addition, this exercise promotes proprioception and lumbopelvic stability, fundamental for maintaining balance during everyday movements such as turning, bending, or getting up. It has also been shown to improve blood circulation in the pelvic region, relieving tension and improving tissue oxygenation. Furthermore, practicing the glute bridge consistently helps improve body posture, reduce joint stiffness in the hips, and restore a functional movement pattern, resulting in greater autonomy. Thus, this simple exercise, without the need for machines or gyms, is one of the most effective and safe tools to rebuild strength and mobility in people over 50 years old, giving them a new sense of stability, confidence, and vitality. Exercise 4, Wall Push. The wall push is a highly effective and accessible isometric exercise, especially recommended for older adults who want to strengthen the upper body without compromising joint health. Unlike traditional push-ups, this movement does not require bearing body weight or performing a demanding range of motion, which is ideal for people with arthritis, joint pain, or limited mobility. When performing this exercise, the muscles of the chest, shoulders, arms, and deep core are intensely activated through a sustained contraction, without visible external movement. This technique allows for deep muscle stimulation, strengthening the stabilizing musculature without generating impact or friction. In addition, it can be easily adjusted to any fitness level, simply by modifying the body angle or the intensity of the applied pressure. By simply maintaining the contraction for 15 to 20 seconds over several repetitions, significant neuromuscular activation is achieved, improving strength, control, and endurance of the upper body. From the scientific field, isometric exercises such as the wall push have proven to be especially useful in rehabilitation and active aging programs. Studies published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research indicate that this type of static contraction can increase muscle strength in a range of 6 to 10% in older adults in just 3 to 4 weeks, without causing muscle microinjuries or joint inflammation. But the benefits go beyond physical strengthening. The wall push significantly contributes to postural correction, a critical aspect of healthy aging. Weakness of the postural muscles, such as the scapular and deep abdominal muscles, often leads to hunched postures, such as thoracic hyperkyphosis, which compromise balance, limit breathing, and increase the risk of falls. By activating these stabilizing muscles through isometric contractions, the body is re-educated to maintain proper alignment. This translates into visible improvements in posture, greater joint mobility, reduction of chronic neck and back pain, and better functional capacity in daily activities such as lifting objects or pushing doors. The wall push, though simple in appearance, is a powerful tool for preserving physical autonomy and preventing muscle deterioration in older adults. What truly makes this routine unique is not the number of repetitions, nor the speed, nor the load used, but its focus based on intelligent isometry, a technique in which the muscle contraction is maintained without the need to move the joints. This type of activation generates sustained tension that stimulates the deep muscle fibers, especially those responsible for stability and postural control. According to research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, isometric exercises not only improve muscle strength but do so in a safer way for people over 50 years old, since they minimize stress on tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. Unlike dynamic training that generates repeated friction on the joints, such as running, lifting weights, or doing burpees, isometry offers a way to train that is intense but respectful of the body. This is the key to achieving lasting results. Train with intelligence and not with aggressiveness. The most surprising thing is that science has shown that isometry has benefits that go far beyond muscle development. Clinical studies have found that this type of training can increase bone density, especially in older adults at risk of osteoporosis, by generating internal loads that stimulate bone tissue without the need for impact. In addition, the sustained contraction for 30 to 45 seconds activates an adaptive cardiovascular response, which can help reduce systolic blood pressure and improve heart health. But that is not all. Isometry also improves the mind-muscle connection, which translates into greater neuromuscular coordination and a better response of the body to everyday movements such as getting up from a chair, turning the torso, or climbing stairs. By not depending on equipment or large spaces, this technique allows training from home, in just 10 minutes a day, generating adherence and consistency, two fundamental pillars of long-term success. In this way, isometry is not only effective, it is practical, safe, and transformative, especially for those seeking to regain strength, mobility, and control without sacrificing their joints. Beyond gaining muscle or looking physically good, the true purpose of this routine lies in recovering a fundamental ability, the freedom of movement. It is not about lifting weights to impress, but about having the strength and stability necessary to carry out daily tasks without pain or limitations. According to the World Health Organization, after the age of 50, one of the factors that most compromises quality of life is the loss of functionality, especially in the legs, hips, and back. This loss not only increases the risk of falls, one of the main causes of hospitalization in older adults, but also generates dependence, insecurity, and fear. That is why a well-structured routine not only strengthens the muscles but also rebuilds confidence in your own body. Getting up without help, walking on your own, or climbing stairs without stopping should not be exceptional achievements, but daily abilities. And that is what this type of training gives you back, the real possibility of living with autonomy, without fear of getting injured. The most encouraging thing is that these benefits are not out of your reach, and science confirms it. Various studies have shown that even with routines of 10 to 15 minutes a day, focused on muscle activation and joint stability, it is possible to improve functional strength, posture, and motor coordination. For example, a study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy revealed that older people who followed a low-impact exercise program significantly improved their balance, reduced their joint pain, and increased their ability to perform daily activities in just 8 weeks. This means you do not need expensive machines or hours in the gym. You only need consistency, clear guidance, and commitment to yourself. Your body still has the ability to adapt, strengthen, and protect itself. Neuroplasticity and muscle hypertrophy, yes, even after 60, remain active when properly stimulated. So, if you ever thought it was too late to regain your vitality, you were wrong. This routine is not just a set of exercises, it is the gateway to a new way of living, one in which your body becomes your ally again and not an obstacle. Start today, because every movement counts, and every day you postpone is one more day away from the free life you deserve to live. If this video was a great help to you, give it a like so that more older adults can discover these simple, equipment-free routines that truly strengthen the body and relieve pain. Subscribe to receive each week easy but powerful exercises that will keep you active, strong, and pain-free from home. And tell me in the comments, which of the 4 exercises surprised you the most or was your favorite? Remember, it is never too late to regain your energy, move with confidence, and live without fear of a fall. Your body still has strength, it only needs you to activate it. Your health and your independence will thank you, and the best is yet to come. Your body and your health will thank you. See you in the next video?